Here is all of the crypto airdrop alpha that you need to know about today. Let's start off by talking about the TAIKO airdrop because they just launched week 3 of their airdrop campaign and it's a gaming challenge. So every week, in order to get the badge for that week, you need to complete a specific type of task. Week 1 was doing something on Twitter, week 2 was bridging, and week 3 is now you have to play a game on the TAIKO network. So they have included in this Twitter post right here a list of all of the different games that are eligible. So I'll link this down below and you can find them also in the TAIKO Explore ecosystem page by just searching for games. And remember, these tasks are time sensitive and if you miss them, you won't be able to mint them later on. You can actually purchase these badges on the secondary market, but it's up to you. Obviously, it's a lot easier to just claim it after doing the task yourself. And for the gaming task, there's actually 2 weeks to do it instead of 1 week. Okay, next let's talk about Blast because this airdrop is coming tomorrow. Now, if you go to the Blast airdrop page right now, you should be able to check your final allocation of Blast Gold and Blast Points. As most of you probably know, I have not actually been actively farming this airdrop, so I didn't end up with too much, but whatever you see now in your dashboard should be the final amount, and we'll see tomorrow what the actual conversion of gold to dollars or Blast tokens will end up being. For everybody that farmed this one actively, I hope it ends up cooking. Honestly, I do. Okay, next, if you farmed the Ironclad Finance airdrop and you ended up in the top 888 wallets on the list, they've released this sheet where you can check to see actually exactly how many tokens you're going to be getting. So just copy and paste your wallet address and then check for your allocation. It looks like this is going to be broken up into a vesting schedule, which we already knew, but you can actually see exactly how many tokens you'll be getting at each stage of that vesting process. And then in terms of the airdrop of the ICL token, the team has said that they're targeting the beginning of July, so basically 1 week from now. Okay, next up, let's talk about the Zeta Markets ZEX airdrop because we now know exactly what date and time that's going to be, and that is June 27th at 10 a.m. UTC. So now if you visit the token page on the Zeta Markets website, you'll see that there's a little countdown. You'll be able to claim your tokens right here in this page. However, there is that 7-day period where if you wait 7 days to actually claim your tokens, you will get the full allocation. So you can see there's a 7-day bonus. And then let's say you wait 1 day, you'll get a fraction of that, 1/7 of that. If you wait 3 days, you'll get 3/7 of that. So the longer that you wait to claim this airdrop, the more tokens you'll get. And of course, we'll have to see what the price action of this token is looking like because in some cases, it might be better to actually just take half the allocation and dump immediately. And in other cases, it might be better to wait. But I can't actually make a judgment on this until we see exactly what the price is looking like tomorrow, or sorry, in 2 days. All right, let's talk about Mantle now and their new liquid restaked token, CMETH, and the corresponding airdrop, which is going to be coming in the form of the Cook token. So they confirmed that this is going to be starting on July 1st, and it's going to be a 100-day airdrop campaign. In order to participate in this, you'll need to first get some Mantle ETH or METH, and if you actually take that and restake it, you will earn points, which they're calling powder, and that will be convertible directly into the Cook token. Now, there's going to be a few other ways to get it. For example, if you actually hold MNT tokens and lock them or stake them in the Mantle reward station, you'll get some Cook rewards for doing that as well. And then of course, the Mantle meme coin Puff is going to get a share of this as well. So the whole ecosystem is kind of coming together, and I've started preparing for this. I've actually taken about 6 Mantle ETH, and currently I have that locked up in the Puff contract, but when this goes live, we'll see what the optimal place to put this is, and I will definitely bring a video next week talking about my strategy for farming this. In the meantime, if you go to the Mantle dashboard, you can check out to see exactly where all of the rewards are going to come from, and you can also track your points for the Eigenlayer airdrop, because of course this is a multi-airdrop qualifier. By holding Mantle ETH, or now restaked Mantle ETH, you will be earning Eigen points as well. Okay, speaking about Eigenlayer and LRTs, EtherFi suggested a couple days ago that there will be a season 3. So that means that holding all of our wrapped ETH or ETH positions in DeFi is still going to be relevant. And they said today that they're going to actually allocate 25 million ETHFi tokens for season 3. And season 3 of EtherFi will probably be purely linear, exactly how season 2 is going to be. And then finally, speaking about LRTs, if you are using Pendle to farm, there's going to be some pretty big unlocks coming on Thursday because a bunch of PTs, YTs, and LPs are expiring. So this is actually a word of caution. If you have any leveraged positions in DeFi, for example, if you looped up leverage on Renzo's LRT or EtherFi, KelpDAO, whatever, you might want to add some extra collateral space to make sure that you don't get liquidated, because if there is some sort of depeg when all of these tokens unlock on Thursday, you don't want to be on the wrong side of that. And we already saw something like this happen with Renzo's LRT. So yeah, just be careful when using leverage always, but especially when there's big events coming up like this, you need to be extra careful. Okay, next up, let's talk about Sanctum. So real quick, if you haven't done this yet, go to Sanctum profile and create a profile. This is probably going to be relevant for the cloud airdrop. And so if you have been farming this, it fully makes sense to do it. Once you create a profile, you can also link your Twitter and your Discord accounts. So I recommend just following all the steps for sure. Okay, next up, we have some unfortunately bad news, which is that the Orderly Network has decided to extend their airdrop campaign by another 8 weeks. They say they're doing this because of market conditions. So since everything has been kind of going down for the past few weeks, they don't want to launch now and see their token drop in price immediately. And so apparently Orderly Network is going to extend the airdrop campaign and therefore the trading campaign by 8 weeks. They say that they're increasing the airdrop allocation. So basically now there's going to be 2 snapshots, one for all of the points or merits that you've earned up until now, which is going to get the same percentage allocation as it previously was going to get. And now they're allocating new additional supply to this extended 8-week airdrop period. So obviously not great. They're continuing to milk this airdrop campaign. They've really extended it by quite a bit. We'll see what happens with this. I have not actually been actively trading on this. You can't do every perp dex airdrop campaign for sure. Some people think this one is going to cook, but honestly, this is making me kind of glad that I didn't spend too much time, energy, and money farming this one. On the one hand, I do definitely see the appeal of launching a token in a better environment, but on the other hand, we actually have no idea if 8 weeks from now is actually going to be a better market environment. And then let's say it isn't, what are they going to do? Just keep extending it over and over and over again? Anyways, let's now talk about the Mint blockchain. So they hinted today that the token is actually coming soon. They put the ticker symbol here and they said to turn notifications on. So it might be a good idea to push a transaction or two on the Mint blockchain and to water your Mint tree. Okay, next up, the Infinex crate run is now on. So if you farmed the first speed run, the waitlist campaign, your deposits are probably still there and you might as well actually stake them or deposit them for the crate run. I've only been using just over $100 for this, so not a whole lot. Some people are doing this with big money, but hopefully I'll be able to earn at least 1 or 2 crates before the end of this. And I might actually put more to make sure that I actually get them. Okay, next up, if you completed the Nil Pill NFT task that I showed you maybe a week or 2 ago, you can now actually check to see if you got one. So this is just the link to the NFT on OpenSea. And once you connect your wallet, if you see this right here, that you own one, it means you did actually get it. If you think that you should have one, but you don't, you can go into the Nillion Discord, open a ticket, and then provide the special code they gave you when you completed those quizzes to actually collect this NFT. And then speaking of Nillion, they do have this community sale or pre-sale on. I am not participating in that. I just wanted to let you know. I'm not huge on pre-sales or ICOs or IDOs or whatever you want to call them. I'm definitely more of an airdrop farmer because the risk-reward ratio, in my opinion, is more favorable. But of course, you never know. So if you are interested in the project, that is still going on for a short period of time. Next up, if you're interested in the Plume testnet airdrop campaign, they have their NFT mint on right now where you can mint your Goon NFT. Now, this one is actually kind of glitchy right now. There's a lot of people on the website, so you might have to be patient with this one. I did actually manage to mint mine a little while ago before the website actually got clogged up. But if you do want to try and get one, you might just have to refresh the page or come back periodically until you can actually mint your Goon NFT. And in order to mint this, you will need some Plume Network testnet ETH, but there'll be a button on the website that you can click, brings you right to the faucet, gives you a small amount of testnet ETH, and then you should be able to mint it just fine, presuming that the website is actually working. Okay, next up for Uniswap and Zora, there's a new Zorb live because Uniswap just launched officially on the Zora L2 network. So I minted one of these. I like to mint the official Zorbs whenever they come out. and this one definitely could be a good one. So if you're looking for a Zora NFT to mint for the week, I try to do at least once a week, this could be a good option. Next up, just a quick reminder that if you are farming the Rabby wallet point system, you need to claim your season 2 points before the end of June. Some people forgot to claim season 1 and unfortunately lost all of those points. So make sure that does not happen to you in season 2. Definitely open up the wallet, go to the points section and claim any points that you have available. Next up, if you are farming the OX Astra Bridge / gaming airdrop along with Orbiter and all of the other airdrops that are linked to it, it looks like they're actually going to be launching the game pretty soon. And if this demo is legit, it looks like it could actually be kind of fun. So we'll see what happens with this. I'm looking forward to it. I find that the bridging process in the game has been quite fun. And if they actually do a good job of building the construction and the crafting part of the game as well, it could be a cook. Okay, and then the final thing that I wanted to mention today is that if you're farming the scroll airdrop using ambient to provide liquidity, apparently there's been some issues in the scroll sessions dashboard, so your marks may not be actually showing up appropriately, which definitely makes sense to me because I've been LPing about $500 on ambient for, probably like 5 or 6 months at this point, and it only gave me 40 marks for that. So apparently there's a known issue and that they're actually working on it. So hopefully we'll get a big chunk of retroactive marks for providing liquidity on ambient. And then speaking about scroll, this week or next week, I am planning on creating a full in-depth tutorial on how to farm the scroll airdrop, an updated one, now that they've actually come up with this whole mark system. I'm going to be releasing that first on Patreon and then second on YouTube. So if you want to get early access to that, you can check out the Patreon page down below. Thanks so much for watching. Hopefully you found this useful and have a great day.